Welcome back to Disney Journey. Now, today we'll be taking another field trip, not too far from where we are here in Lost Canyon, because we're going to be heading to a place I know you've seen, but maybe you didn't know the name of. What I'm speaking of is Walt Disney's Golden Oak Ranch. So let's get in the car. It's only a short 1 mile trip, and let's go. We begin our journey here 30 minutes north of downtown Los Angeles in the Santa Clarita Valley, where for over 100 years many films have been shot. Among the very first was in 1914, where William S. Hart shot his own two-reeler. And just a short drive is Vasquez Rocks, a place I know you've seen in many car commercials, motion pictures, and television shows. When I was there, well, I looked for this guy, the Gorn, but didn't see him. So, looking for Fred and Wilma to complain, they weren't there either. Another location is Clarita Canyon, where the man Orrin Grover, or the actor we know now today as the singing cowboy himself, Gene Autry, owned and operated Melody Ranch. The ranch featured a backlot and a little soundstage, and it's very small. Today it's surrounded by homes, which are constantly at war with the studio, but it survives and even thrives. Many television shows and movies have been filmed here at the ranch. As you can see, it's a very large, spread out movie ranch, focusing and specializing in Old West towns. Really compelling. Hard to believe there's a university nearby. But cutting it all off is this stream, which floods, and when it does, you can't get across. But Melody Ranch is a beautiful, charming, and still thriving studio. And just up Clarita Canyon is the Golden Oak Ranch. It's home to many television, movie, commercials, and even some experimental technology that's been deployed there, tested out by the Walt Disney Company and Walt Disney Imagineering. Sitting in isolation on Clarita Canyon, it's given over to a lot of different movie sets and television sets that once built still stand. You can see with this view through one of the gates just how large and expansive Golden Oak Ranch is. But enough talking about it. Let's get in the car now and, well, let's take a drive through Golden Oak Ranch. Everything you see here to the ridge line, that's all part of the ranch. And the dirt road, well, extends both down to the river on the left, and then if you take it to the right are where the standing movie sets and television sets are located. And then there's another jog if you turn again left and you go deep up the canyon where you see things like Toby Tyler's bridge still standing and also Pee Wee Herman's farmhouse. As I said before, once a set is built, well, the production pays for it, and so it's left standing because you never know when it's going to be rented out again for some other production. Driving on Golden Oaks Ranch is really a good test of your car's suspension. The ranch is also home to many animals, but on this day I guess I got our lunch break because no cows, no horses were to be seen. But this was seen. Here's a suburban street. But also beyond the suburban streets, there are old downtowns, there are farmhouses, basically anything you would need to produce a movie or television show. And again, taking a drive on the lot is very restful. Look at this, an old farmhouse. Parts of Golden Oak Ranch are given over to soil conservation. Hence, you can see acres and acres with fields and fields of not so much crops, but grasses and things that are well maintained. This view is looking toward the east, looking toward mountains which are snow-capped in the winter. Again, just simply a beautiful location to film or, do experimentation as Imagineering used to do. If you had something you wanted to test, where better to test it out in the middle of rural nowhere? But as we turn the corner, I'm reminded of an old story. At one time for production, Walt Disney had a bison, which beget another bison, which beget another bison, and so on and so on, and you get the idea. So this bison herd became a gang, and they kind of outgrew their land. So there was a deal cut, and the entire herd was relocated to William S. Hart's estate, which is in downtown Newhall, such as downtown existed back then. But today, the bison buddies are very, very, very happy. But back to the ranch. So, what about it? Well, the Walt Disney Company has plans for its future. And the plans are to establish the ABC studios at the ranch. Now, they've done a lot of planning over the years, and they want to transform Golden Oak Ranch into this and this and this, with sound stages replacing rural area. Now, it's gone to the County of Los Angeles, and they've gotten permission, and they do have a master plan. Permission has been given to build the ABC studios at the ranch. However, as of today, no dirt has been turned. So, Golden Oak really exists in the same state as it was when Walt Disney first purchased it. Today, Golden Oak Ranch remains exactly the same as when Toby Tyler, Pee Wee Herman, and the Country Bears filmed here. Thanks for joining me on today's Disney journey, and we'll have another journey really soon. But until then, I'd like to invite you now to like and subscribe to this vlog. And also to let you know that I do read all of your comments, so I really thank you for those. We'll have another journey, as I said, really soon. But until then, for now, goodbye from Lost Canyon.